My name is Emma Prempeh. I am 27 years old and I'm an artist who is based in London. So my practice deals a lot with time, memory and kind of the metaphysical aspects of the human experience that came a lot from my own health issues and having an idea of like what my own mortality is like at such a young age. Through that I use materials, not just paint, but materials like slag metal and projection in order to think about how I can expand my ideas based around that. With that, whilst being in Kampala on a residency at Afropocene, I thought to think about the theme I wanted to broaden my practice with. Home became a big one. It's something I explored in the past when I was on my undergrad. I did it first because I felt like I should start with where I am and how I got here, and that was very much through my grandma and her traveling to the UK during the Windrush period. When thinking about the home within this residency, I wanted to tie liminal space into how I think about being part of the diaspora and how that feels to be in between, being between two identities. So that's either my Ghanaian heritage or my Vincentian heritage, and also being born in London and having a national identity there. I wanted to explore different diaspora experiences outside of my own in order to kind of focus in on an outside perspective and just see the similarities and differences between three different cultures and what it's like to feel like you're at home, or what aspects and elements, like whether that's animals, whether that's spaces, whether that's landscapes. I want to move forward and see if I can pick that out within my own background, comparing it to, and I felt like that was a very important step. When looking at liminal space, I thought that I could expand my projection practice. The reason why I started using projections is because it's very much outside of the 2D space that a canvas is, and most of what I talk about is quite broad and quite expansive, and I thought this was a very great space to work with because they have a really great artist called Scarlet Motiff, and he works with like light and projections, and I've been looking at his work for quite a while, and I wanted to see how we could collaborate together and make some pieces that might explore it a little bit more and expand my own practice. My first attempt with projection was actually my undergrad. I didn't know what I was doing, and it was a really bright room, and I had this painting with a center that was quite bare, and I stumbled on projecting with my tutor. I think it was Michelle Williams-Gamaka. I'm going to mention her because she's a very important aspect of the growth of my practice. We stumbled on adding projecting to my painting, and it really made me feel like I was able to physically show something that explained how time moved and transitioned. And it was such a small experiment that I got a lot of feedback on. Even today, people still say, I remember this at this show. And after that point, I hadn't really experimented with projection that much. I did it for my undergrad at the Royal College of Art, and I also did it for Frieze, New York. In the past, my ideas of projection was pretty amateur, but at Afropocene, working with Scarlet Motiff really has allowed me to expand what I know about it and how it can be executed. I'm excited to show my work in progress at the Capsule, so it is an open studio. My research is going to continue beyond being at the space Afropocene, so I'm just excited to see how people really react to what I've been working on right now here.